The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, March 15th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 different states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, play their pick'em for a chance to win 100 times the amount of money you could enter in NBA, NHL, college basketball, and much, much more. Sign up today using the promo code SGPN to get a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Champs. Run your own March Madness pool and enter Champs free bracket contest for a chance to win $1,000. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs to enter today. We're also brought to you by a Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks for Friday, March 15th as the season continues to wind down. It's bittersweet because I'm loving I'm just sitting up here watching all these games nonstop. It's bittersweet because I know the season's coming to an end and I don't want it to end, damn it, especially when I have winning days like today. We're going to talk all about it, folks. I mean, I got to be honest. I might have won too much in the early morning spot because I started spraying the board like I was like when you play Contra and you get that spread weapon, and that shit's just going everywhere. You know what I mean? You're just betting games. You're like, what the fuck? Why am I betting this game? Folks, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging, Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
I mean, currently, I have action on every single game that's being played. That's kind of been the case since like 4 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock. We're going to talk all about it, folks. What am I drinking? I'm drinking vodka. The little splash, since I just did the SGP show, I was drinking just straight vodka rocks. But I did a little splash of this carbonated water shit. So, little concoction of both. I am joined by my co-host. Get on over to YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Ryan and Rush Show, host of the Big 12 College Experience. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Line Mac. How you doing, brother?
Oh yeah, dude. We only got 36 games tomorrow, 23 Saturday, and I think 6 Sunday. So bet them all. You were like one of those teams that got a 15, 16 point lead and then kind of let down a little bit in the second half.
100%.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Oh boy, today was a lot of fucking fun. It was a lot of fun. Although I'm going to lose this game that I currently have. Vaughn, unless you hit this. No.
The most dangerous thing is having that 15-point lead in the first half.
Oh yeah.
Dangerous.
Oh yeah. It's tricky. I'm still having a good night, but I mean, I definitely hit a little cold spell later.
Yeah.
But out the gates, your boy was on one. Kent State plus 5.5 and on the motherfucking money line. Flash, baby. Flash. I think this was a lock battle against Beanick, by the way, for both of us.
What game are you talking about? I went 4-0 today.
Kent State, Toledo? You didn't touch Toledo?
No, I had my future on Toledo.
Yeah.
They fucking suck.
Okay.
Four straight years you win the regular season in the conference. And they've only made the title game once, and they haven't gone dancing in any of them.
Start calling them the Buffalo Bills.
44-year drought.
The MAAC is the MAAC. The MAAC is the MAAC, buddy.
Watch, Kent's gonna win it.
They look good today. They look good
really
today.
Good today.
Yeah.
Dude,
I took the points. What's that?
I said it's amazing, like how a team can just look so average and so below average for 4 or 5 months, and then you get them in a neutral setting, new season, and they look like the old Kent. They look like the Kent last year today, making every shot, fucking zipping the ball around, fucking diving on the floor, guarding. I was like, where the fuck's this team been all year? But it's part of March.
Also,
it is.
Toledo scored the least amount of points it had all season long in this game.
You know why?
11 a.m. game.
Well, and because they are the 1 seed. This is pressure from years past.
Yep.
It's even worse than normal pressure. This is pressure from years past. Now it's become a thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I took the money line. I took the points. And then I took St. Joe's as they beat Richmond. Double lock for me and Mac as well.
Dark side of March, man.
Yes. Yes. Your thoughts on the Hawks getting it done against the Spiders?
Yeah, I like the St. Joe's team. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they're another team that kind of underperformed in the regular season. I thought they were way more talented than an 8-9 seed. They played at VCU and at Richmond at the end of the year and were wire to wire both games. Richmond was an overachieving team, and I love Chris Mooney and what he did there. They did a great job, but usually these overachieving teams in regular season, they get picked off. And we got a couple more tomorrow that we got highlighted that it's part of the deal. It's part of March Madness.
It is. It really is. And so I decided to load up on Michigan State. Circle of Trust. Woo! They get it done by 10 against Minnesota. Izzo lives on. Shout out to my guy Deshaun Tate. Me and him were having a conversation this morning. It's like, we got to go heavy on Izzo. We're going to get it done here. And I go, yeah, you're fucking right. Your thoughts on this one?
Man, I had Minnesota. I was drinking, not drinking the Kool-Aid. That they're at home. They're 2 miles away from campus. They'll keep it close, one possession game, and they fucking had the lead for a majority, or I don't know, more than half the game, and then a 17-2 fucking Sparty run just ran them right out of the building. Good year for Ben Johnson. They should go to the NIT, which, I mean, if you told us that at the beginning of the year, I think we all would have agreed that's a good year. 18-14.
Fair.
Yeah.
But they were propped up a little bit.
They were.
They came back down to life, and it's a lot of fun.
Much like the game that Mac was talking about pre-show, Minnesota was the, I guess, home team, the closer team in proximity. Yeah. Michigan State was the home team in that game. They had the crowd.
I thought Minnesota had a good crowd, though, too. I mean,
the Michigan State was loud.
They're a different level in March. That we talked about that last night, though. It wasn't that it was going to be a home game for Minnesota. I thought it would be a true neutral site. So, but yeah, Sparty lives on. Sparty got me. Sparty's got Purdue tomorrow.
Well, I didn't bet this. I should have, because UConn destroyed Xavier, 87-60. We both hit this. Yeah, that's the worst thing that can happen against UConn. I also, this is the first game that I actually picked incorrect, was Florida State getting housed by Carolina.
Oh my God.
Man, they fucked them up, man. I didn't even watch it that much because they were fucking them up so much. Yeah. And then, well, I tried to tell you folks out there, I know this is a double lock. Try to tell you that Mike Schwartz only cares about the tournament, not the regular season bullshit. He's the opposite of Rick Barnes, and Mike Schwartz is loading up. Let me tell you.
And may the Schwartz be with you. What a world.
Yes. ECU 84, Tulsa 79. 5 straight against Tulsa. This is Golden Hurricane bullshit out of here.
There was nothing that we couldn't do. We set out to defend our name, and now we'll never be the same.
Oh boy. Easy play. Your thoughts?
I was worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was in. What were they down one with like 4 minutes? I was like, these
Dude, but they were
motherfuckers-
up like 5 or 6 or 7 a lot of the game. But
I know.
Yes,
They fucking
it got a little
collapsed.
dicey down the stretch.
Yeah, and I'm like, these motherfuckers are really not going to beat Tulsa. I can't wait for them to beat South Florida tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is my first bet that I lost. BYU. This is a lock battle win for you. BYU gets drilled by Texas Tech.
Ooh.
I got quickly reminded that whites aren't good at basketball after watching like 7 minutes of this game. I was like, okay, they're just not fast or quick or athletic or successful. Yes, they just got fucking drilled. Shout out to Texas Tech. Nice win. Your thoughts on this one? Nice lock battle win, by the way.
You know, thank you. You would have thought that fucking Texas Tech was the team that shot all the threes with the way they came out. It looked like the opposite of UCF and BYU. The rest has been good for the Big 12 so far. All the teams
I felt pretty good about BYU too.
But I feel like everybody had BYU, and
yeah,
I think we got reminded how good a coach Grant McCasland is. And
he really is.
I mean, he doesn't even have his big kid Washington in the lineup, and they're still in the semis tomorrow. We'll see what happens against Houston. But yeah, man, I mean, Texas Tech, the job that he's done in just 1 year after taking over a dumpster fire too, the way Mark Adams went out. They're good. They're just solid. They're rock solid. Got 2 good guards. They're veterans. So good win, Texas Tech. BYU is going to be good in the tournament though, because of their style of play.
I love how you mentioned Washington too. That tweet you got today cracked me up.
Oh yeah, he's been out for like a month.
I know.
Yeah, he's been in the booth for a month. They keep winning.
What are you talking about?
Somebody asked, "Would you still take Texas Tech if Washington's out?" I go, "Yeah, he's been out for like a month. They're on
I think
3 games
over a month, right?
they've been on a 3-game win streak. They just beat Baylor. They're good. They're well coached. They got a good culture. So,
well, we double lock Mississippi State.
this one.
I was early on, but they got it done by 10 against LSU. Your thoughts on this one?
I thought for a second Hail State was going to miss the NCAA tournament. I said they better, kind of like Sparty. I was like, hey, they better turn it the fuck on here, because if they lose this game, Michigan State to Minnesota, Hail State to LSU, they're not going to go to the dance. But I think they're in a good position here, because you can't get hurt by losing to Tennessee tomorrow.
Yeah. And so you see, I'm dominating here, and this is where I start spraying the fucking board. Start betting shit, like everything. I got a little carried away, but it took me a little bit to get realized, to realize that I got carried away. But we'll see how these night games end up. Fuck you, UC Riverside. But Bowling Green, this was actually a double lock on the show. Wait, did you lock this one for me?
Yep.
Go with me.
BG,
Double
baby.
lock. Oh, Todd Simon and Garfunkel are doing the damn thing. They cover the 10 against Central Michigan. Fun little story with the Chips. We get the shit out of here. Falcons fly high. Dominating. Then, lock battle. The White Knight comes through for me. Slick Rick. St. John's 91, Seton Hall 72.
They're rolling, man. Tomorrow's going to be fun.
You can't beat a Pitino 3 times. I mean, a Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
Senior, that is.
Hey, you might not be able to beat Richard Pitino either because they're fucking.
It's getting a little tight right now, though. It was like, 12? It's down to 7 or 8 now, I guess. Yeah. And if they hit on this possession, okay. They got the offensive rebound, though. Yeah. Pitino's the best coach in college basketball. That means they'll always have a shot. Get this Dan Hurley bullshit out of here. All right.
Dude, tomorrow's gonna be fun because Pitino's playing with house money. He can.
I know.
Early.
He's got to go white. He's got to go white suit. Either that or all red.
Yeah.
All fucking red. Remember when Hugs went with that gold suit?
Yeah. And then we scored 30 points that night. We couldn't make a shot. He never wore it again. But Slick Rick and White has always been like the magic. I think the Johnnies are live tomorrow.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that.
They've played UConn multiple times, and it's been a close game. Both times in Stores and at the Garden. This is the third time, and Pitino's as good as they come. So great win. They're in the dance. Will he be the first ever coach to take a team dancing 6 times or 6 different programs? He's taking 6 different programs.
Now that I think about it,
that's unbelievable. The more you think about it.
Did Larinaga take Providence to the dance?
I don't think so. I think it was him and Tubby and somebody else.
Still not 6. What, Bowling Green,
Alford,
Providence?
I think Alford's up there.
Yeah, he is. What is he? Southeast Missouri, Iowa, New Mexico, UCLA,
and
Nevada.
Yeah, I think Alford was 5. So
it's fucking hilarious.
Alford and Pitino.
That's hilarious.
One has tournament success, the other doesn't.
That's absolutely fucking hilarious.
Who's Pitino got now? Providence, Kentucky, Louisville,
Iona,
St. John's, and who was the?
Oh yeah, he might have had before Providence. Where was he? He was at Northeastern.
Or was he at Boston?
He was at Boston. He was at Boston.
Calhoun was at.
Yeah, it was at Northeastern. Yeah,
I watched those 2 old fucking hacks fucking talk shit to each other today. They were talking about the old Boston days. They were like, you were so great, and then I want to rip your throat out.
Do you see Pitino's after the game comments? This is why I love them tomorrow.
The COVID.
Yeah. I saw. Have you seen the video? There was a video of it where like the woman asked him, What do you got to do to beat UConn? He's like, we need 6 of their players to catch COVID. That's what you got to say. See, he knows the game. That's what you have to say. So your team sees that.
Did you see what he said on FS1? They said he goes, yeah, we got an easy one tomorrow. So we got the good draw on the bracket. I see. I was like, this fucking guy, he's happier than hell. Because there was a lot of pressure on him to get the team to the dance, especially when he called everybody out after the last Seton Hall game. But, I mean, he's Pitino, man. That's why he's a Hall of Famer. He's arguably the best coach probably in basketball still right now, and they've won 6 straight since he called everybody and their mother out.
And I love it. And he never blamed the refs, even though he should have. Yeah,
well, he does. He does.
On the Seton Hall, Marquette twice, and Creighton twice. But it's okay.
Look at that old fuck.
UConn tomorrow. What do you have to do to knock them off?
We got to have about 6 of their players get COVID.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
He just leaves the fucking
UConn
interview
tomorrow.
too.
What do you have to do to knock him
Love
off?
it. Love it. Let's
the
go.
media was scrambling when he said that, especially in New York City with those softies.
So I was just dominating at life. I was hitting a lot of bets. Like I said, I was like 6 or 7 or 1 or some shit. Start the day, and then I loaded up on VCU. Trusted my instincts from last night. VCU 73, UMass 59. Oh yeah. Your thoughts on this one, buddy?
VCU's back in the semis. I mean, they're the highest remaining seed, I think, now, because every single lower seeded team won outright on the money line today. So if you had parlayed all 4 A10 dogs, you had a hell of a fucking day. Man, disappointing for UMass. I thought if they could get by this one, I didn't even know Richmond was going to lose before the day started. I thought it'd be a close game, but it sucks for UMass. I thought they could get by this one. They had a real shot to win it, but it is what it is. Good year still. It's only year number 2. Good year, 20 wins.
KG 1028 says, Dundee, go check your liver tomorrow. Wow, would I? I feel fucking great. What are you talking about, buddy?
If he was to check his liver, he's just going to destroy it next week in Vegas. So
yeah, I'm about to say, I'm going to Vegas on Monday, buddy. All right.
It's overrated.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. We're all going to die one day. Have a fucking cocktail, buddy. All right. So, decided to bet Pitt.
Fucking goddamn. Hey, and I did not bet Wake. Everybody said I bet Wake. I did not bet Wake.
I said there's no way I'm betting this unless I made a shit ton of money. I made a shit ton of money. Hi, how are you? Is that good enough for Pitt to dance?
No. They got to win tomorrow because
B-Nick, I want your opinion.
The A10 is a bid stealer, and there's a team in the bottom half of the ACC bracket that's a potential bid stealer all of a sudden.
B-Nick, your thoughts?
A win against North Carolina certainly helps their cause. I think they have the inside track right now, though. Like a loss to North Carolina doesn't kick them out.
I don't think they're in, though.
I don't see I don't have an updated bracketology in front of me. If I did, I wouldn't have St. John's in. Personally, I have Pitt
low,
a little bit higher than St. John's. If I'm
now you're just getting crazy. Now you're just getting fucking crazy.
Do you regret bringing him behind in the scene now?
Yes. Fucking taking a stray here. The White Knight. You kidding me? You kidding me?
He's gonna get in. Everybody loves.
No, he was
Pitino
already
and
in
St.
before
John's,
today.
so.
Before today, he was in.
They need to win tomorrow. I don't think they're getting in
Who,
because
Pitt
they got
or St. John's.
No. St. John's is in. They have Pitino. That's a name brand. They got benefited because Carolina was a bubble team last year, and they were trying to prop all the ACC teams up. Pitt's not a name brand as much as they think that they are. They're begging to come to the Big 12, but besides the fact, they need to win tomorrow. They need another marquee win. If they don't get it done, I think they're going to be in the NIT. I don't think they're going to get the benefit of the doubt back-to-back years.
Shout out to Luke in the chat. He goes, I'm fucking wasted. Appreciate you. And cheers. How about that? Let's go.
You can't hide from that Missouri loss. You see, you can't just act like that didn't happen.
It's a really bad loss. I don't have the other team's resumes that are on that bubble off the top of my head. New Mexico's Air Force loss might be worse though.
Yes, but Air Force I think has more quality wins because they play in a better league.
One quality win. The UNLV game, right?
No, New Mexico's beating good teams.
New Mexico and UNLV, right? I don't think they beat anybody else that was good.
New Mexico. I mean, New Mexico was the 17th.
No, not New Mexico. I'm talking about Air Force. Air Force. My bad.
Oh yeah. Air Force.
yeah.
Yes, but New Mexico's got a better resume than Pitt, and especially if they win this game against Boise. And I hate to break it to people, the Mountain West is better than the ACC. I know Duke and North Carolina are in the ACC.
I agree. I fully agree.
I mean, I had some,
and it's way better. And it's way better than the Big
breaking
Ten.
news at this point. This should be common knowledge.
I mean, the one guy fucking said today that fucking Notre Dame would win the Mountain West, or they would be a tourney team.
What?
Said, wait, what? The same team that lost to Citadel by 20? Come on, man.
He must have been listening to me.
You want my honest opinion?
Rationale and placing a future on him.
My honest opinion, I think the Mountain West is the third best conference in college basketball. I think first is Big 12, second is Big East, third is Mountain West. You could argue, I'm okay with the argument that SEC is better, but SEC's got a shit ton more teams. So it's like
they're really good up top. They got that top 5 that are fucking good.
But they have some ass. You know, I mean, I guess you have San Jose State, Air Force, Fresno, compared to Missouri, Georgia, LSU, Arkansas. I guess. I mean, all of those were kind of ass this year, but yeah, I guess maybe you could say the SEC is better, but it's right there. To me, it's neck and neck with the SEC. But it's way better than the Pac-12, Big Ten, and ACC, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's also just better to watch. These Mountain West games are fucking unreal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, the products, it tells you when you watch the games. When I watch, I mean, we'll get to a couple games today, but anyway, shout out to Pitt to cover. We had a double lock on Maryland. Holy fuck! Horrible play by us. As dude, Maryland was down at one point they were down 40 points.
This was the dud of the day where nobody saw this one coming. I mean, maybe some people thought Wisconsin would get it done. Nobody saw Wisconsin fucking rolling by 40. Maybe Wisconsin's back.
maybe. Shout out to Charles Walker.
Kevin Willard.
He should be fired. I mean, no, I guess you can't fire him now because he's in year 2.
One more year. Yeah, one more year.
But it was a bad hire from the start. Shout out to Charles Walker. Says, Dundee, you want to hit this blunt? Smoke him if you got him. I'm there in theory, man. I'm there in theory. We both had Texas Southern. Why did I not bet this? Game?
You were scared Texas of your Southern guys from Jackson State.
I thought the one team that could get them. Why am I playing the music? I didn't bet this. I thought the one team that could get them was Jackson State. So even when I had a shit ton of money, I was like, no. I'm paranoid on this game. I regret that. Texas Southern proven and with the 1 seed out, watch out.
They're gonna win it again. They always win it.
Shout out to Derek Blaylock. Says you stopped by Denver on the way to Vegas. I live in LA though, dude. That's it's not on the way, but he says I'll load you up with all the cores and weed you can carry. Watch, beware what you wish for. But no. Shout out to everyone having a good time in life. That's what you got to do. You got to do that. I see people hop in the chat, not live chat, but like the chat afterwards the next day, scrutinizing us because we had to have a couple drinks and pick fucking games. What? You can't see someone else having a good time. You got to say, yeah, you got to sit there and spew negative energy. It's okay because I'm having a good time regardless. All right. It's just hilarious though to me when I see all the negative talk. Get yourself a cocktail. Shut the fuck up. Put the keyboard away. All right. Enjoy life a little bit. Put the keyboard back in your life though and subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Then put the keyboard away. All right. Yeah. Shout out to Texas Southern. Dude, you're a fucking genius. I mean, I was going to take Wichita. I was going to take Wichita plus the points. I wasn't going to bet it. But you lock it up,
Penny.
And then guess what happens? I start winning all this money and I say, okay, let's go in on the Shockers. Now, I only regret is I didn't play the money line. Yeah. I just took the points. I just took the points and yeah, got it done. Got it done. This is unbelievable. Let's talk about this for 5 hours.
Fireable offense, in my opinion. Like, come on, Penny. Really? You're gonna lose to fucking Wichita with the first-year head coach who sucks?
That is bad. And how about this nugget for you?
God,
there was this nugget that I stumbled across.
It's almost like they look like Western Kentucky.
Memphis is tied for 74th nationally in the NCAA tournament wins over the last decade, trailing programs like Northwestern, Oral Roberts, Fairleigh Dickinson, Buffalo, and Rhode Island. Tough times. Here's the thing. I understand, much like the Boynton thing. I understand the gripe. He had his best player taken away, 10 games into a season in 1 year. Last year they were so fucking close. Actually, both years they were too close. They're very close.
Fucked really too bad. He got fucked twice. Last year they should have been in, and then the Trae Young year they really should have been in when they beat them 3 times and they put Trae Young in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So that's where Mike Boyden's whole gripe is, and rightfully so.
Well, I'm saying Penny has a little bit of that. Like, as much as I want to say he should be fired, I'm more lenient on this because the NCAA bullshit. Do I think he'll be fired next year? Or like I'll put it like this. If you put me as athletic director, I don't know that I would fire him right now because I think he could present a case. But then part of me is like, yeah, I would fire him because I feel like you're going to be in the same spot 1 year from now. But at the same time, do I think he deserves another year? I think he probably does. But
I do too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he probably does deserve 1 more year to prove to us. But yeah, I think he'll be fired a year from now? I do.
And he also puts people in the seats for whatever that's worth. I know it's wins and losses, but people do go to those games. But the difference between him and Mike Boyden is Mike Boyden does not have the resources that Penny Hardaway has. And
very true.
The worst hire Penny Hardaway made was Rick Stansbury, because that looked like Western Kentucky every single year this year.
It did.
Tell, and then
the parallels were as someone that loves the tops.
Yeah.
Oh man,
worst hire.
It reeked of Stansbury.
Fucking the whole thing.
Teams. Yeah. Stansbury teams. We go to Vegas Monday. Someone was asking. We go to Vegas Monday.
They choked that shit away.
Yeah. Hey, nice call. Did you play the money line?
For what it's worth, I think Mac's getting there Sunday, and I'll be there Sunday night, right?
Yeah, I'll be there Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tuck in, baby. Get ready for the madness.
Oh yeah. And we might have an announcement. I did check. Waiting on a phone call back, but we might have a little live show at a bar going on.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
TBD. Everything with TBD.
I'll put it like this. High chances, because my buddy owns the bar. But just trying to figure out the setup with internet and everything.
Cool.
That's the only thing holding us back right now is I don't know. I'm looking for a secure hookup there.
Awesome.
So just waiting on that phone call. So stay tuned.
This is different from the live stream of the games, correct?
Yes, I was actually thinking about doing will people be in Vegas Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is the question, because I was actually thinking about setting this up where we could do live from a bar Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at the same time. But then a part of me is like, wait, doesn't everyone arrive on Wednesday? Is it useless to do the Monday and Tuesday? But then I was like, nah, we should do it anyway. You're out in Vegas, have some cocktails, Stay tuned. Tomorrow, I think we might have an announcement.
Cool.
Rob says people are always in Vegas. That's true. It's true. Vegas does have people.
Vegas travels.
How about this game, dude? Now, my only regret is I did play Fresno on the money line, but god damn it, I took the 12.5. It hit, but I played the money line, and I was very close to fucking hijacking a bus and driving it off the goddamn Santa Monica Pier, because this thing should have hit. Oh my gosh, we were so close. I feel like the money line should have hit. It still hits with the points.
Unreal.
We did double lock this, but the money line should have hit. Damn it. I wasn't even happy with this result, even though I technically made money. Because Fresno should have won this fucking game, man. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I was frustrated too. I thought we seriously were going to lose the game, and we got a final in the Mountain West. New Mexico beats Boise. That's 6 Mountain West teams that should be in the dance. Let's go! Shout out to the Lobos, man. Shout out to that's a big win for younger Pitino, because he's lost a bunch of these games.
Even with Minnesota, I feel like remember one year Minnesota, they started out red hot.
Yeah,
they ended up not making the tournament. That is a huge one, man. Wow. Fresno shit the bed. These Mountain West games, though, this is the first one. I guess the first 2 went to overtime. I was hoping that all 4 would. So TCU got destroyed. I did bet a ton of money on TCU.
Dude, they couldn't make a fucking
and I sprinkled the money line. This is where I still had a good night, but there was a little bit of
it's easy to see a tide turn,
because I started losing a couple games here.
Man, I love Houston, but they're so good defensively. But TCU was missing wide open shot after wide open shot. I mean, it was ridiculous. They didn't score for 12 minutes. They were missing wide open shots.
Yeah, and
they lose by 15. They fall down 16-0. They lose by 15.
I thought we might backdoor it.
Yeah.
Charles Walker says, I haven't had a crime pays situation in a while. That's true.
Yeah, nobody's got.
No one's been sending me the stories. Send me some stories. I want to know what players are getting. I believe in that shit. All right. USC, Arizona drilled them. I didn't bet USC, but I took them on the picks page. You bet Arizona, didn't you?
Oh, I bet the shit out of Arizona. Everybody was loaded up on them USC futures.
There you go. There you go.
Beat Arizona.
Yeah. They whooped their ass from the start.
Oh,
right into this thing.
Close. Home game. It was a home game for Arizona.
Yeah. I mean, it really was. And SC's done. Their season's over.
Good.
What's that?
I said, good. Get them out. I don't want that TMZ. I don't want that TMZ crowd anywhere near the NCAA tournament. We'll have enough TMZ, but we did not need USC in the tournament.
Did not bet this, but Akron covered against Miami, Ohio. I would have got this one wrong. Did get this one wrong. Actually, I think you took Akron, so you're good there. We both took Arkansas. They pissed in our face. South Carolina wins by 14.
Fucking Arkansas. They had a halftime lead and they fucking just folded in the second half. Good win, Gamecocks. They got a big one tomorrow. Auburn. Woo.
Yeah. If you were to ask me what game was I most mad about today, out of all my losses, no, it's this next one. Because even though I like the opposing team that won, they shouldn't have won. St. Bonaventure 75, Loyola Chicago 74. St. Bonaventure got their first lead of the game in overtime.
I know.
This had no business going to overtime. I really Banks, the kid from St. Peter's, played huge down the stretch, but really Loyola, they had they choked. I mean, to their credit though, there were a couple jumpers that were like 90% down that came out. You know what I mean? Like it looked like it was good and it just rattled out. But yeah, they still choked. They got very conservative, I thought, offensively. And, but still, if you watch this game, this was a steal. I was even going to say it was a steal as a cover, let alone outright win. Yeah.
I bet the Bonnies.
Yeah. Shout out. There's a lock battle. There's a lock battle win for you. But watching this, your heart breaks for the Loyola kids, because I really feel like
they're not going to go dancing.
Well, there's a couple gigantic stupid plays.
Yep.
By Loyola Chicago, like fouling on the threes. Couple huge 3-point banks kept pump faking, and that fucking freshmen twice fouled, and you're just sitting there like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're so stupid. You're keeping them in. I mean, the final one was how you lost the game, but the first one is how they tied the game to get it to overtime. This one, I feel like I was on the right side. I'll argue that with anyone. I feel like I was on the right fucking side. Your thoughts, Mac?
No, you were. But the Bonnie magic, Bonnie A10 tourney magic is a real thing for some reason. How many?
I love Mark. Let's say Mike Schmidt. Mark Schmidt. Yeah.
How many runs have they gone on in this exact tournament? They're probably going to win Saturday and be in the Sunday final again, like they always are. They always find a way to.
I like their chances Saturday. Yeah,
they always find a way to get in that title game.
He's great. Yeah. This game was awesome. By the way, the games today were fucking awesome, all of them. Noah, your thoughts on this one?
No thoughts to add on this game. Colby mentioned the phrase 90% down and just came out. Did you see the dunk attempt by
oh my god
Minnesota?
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that before. All my years watching basketball, I've never seen that.
That's fucking awesome.
How did he get I don't understand. Like, your hand must be so large. The ball got stuck in his hand. How's that even happen?
He pinned the ball inside the rim with his hand. I don't know. And then he tried to let go. And when he let go, it actually just slingshotted the ball out. I have no idea.
That was wild.
Hilarious.
Absolutely wild. Yeah, I'm still mad about that, but that Loyola game, I should have more money in my account. But I did hit this, and I should be thankful. I decided to load up on UNLV when I was up big, and they had no business getting this game to overtime, but they got it to overtime. And then let me just say this. UNLV is UNLV. I thought that was the worst coached overtime. I think of the whole season, or at least his team's not listening to him. The amount of just sheer selfishness.
Give it to the freshman.
Oh, dude, and other guys were open. It was like, what is this guy just taking it up? He made some of those shots, to be fair. I mean, he's really good, but it was like, and then they don't foul the right guy. They had a guy that they could have fouled that was like a 50% free throw shooter. He has the ball for like 4 seconds. They don't foul him. I just thought this was a lazy. To me, this is UNLV over the past 15 years. You know what I mean? And it's sad to see in a way, because I remember how great UNLV used to be. But I thought, this is on them. You got them. You got that game to overtime when it shouldn't have got to overtime. You had the momentum. You had a 4-point lead with like a minute and 50 seconds left or 40 seconds left, right? And the ball. You had a 4-point lead with the ball, and you played this one-on-one NBA bullshit. You had guys open. You had someone come up, set a pick, get organized, look like a fucking college basketball team. That's on them, man. That's on them. Like that, I think this is a self-inflicted loss.
Yeah, I mean, this was the dagger in UNLV, because I thought if they had won this one, I thought they were going to win the tournament. San Diego State was the hardest game for them, in my opinion. Just because of San Diego State's track record. They had just beaten San Diego State a week ago. The ISO ball, like you said, with the freshman, who's really good. But
dude,
at the same time,
he is really good.
So we saw it with Trae Young that year. You don't win games that way. This isn't the fucking sorry ass NBA that's boring as fuck to watch. You got to be able to move the ball. You got to play defense. You got to fucking screen for each other. You got to play team. You got to buy in as a team, or you're not going to win in this sport. Look, watch UConn. UConn has a bunch of guys you could play iso ball for, and they never play iso ball. So teams that play iso ball, I'm like,
one of the most pivotal possessions. He takes it on like 3 defenders, and you're just like, dude, if you kick it out and then he passes it, you're going to have their defense completely out of fucking whack, and someone's going to get a completely wide open look. You might even get a layup out of it because of the rotation being late. Now, San Diego State's defense is phenomenal, so they probably would have the rotation figured out, but at least you get an open 3.
Yeah.
It's on them. It's on them, man. Like they play.
It's why Illinois will not win. Illinois does the same shit where they just give it to Terrence Shannon, go get us a bucket. You're not getting a bucket against the best teams defensively. San Diego State, possession after possession after possession after possession. You may be able to throw a couple in fluke with your eyes closed, but over the course of time, you're going to wear down, and that's why you're eliminated. It's that NBA shit that don't work in this. There's a reason why all these NBA coaches are fucking fucking Nara 3 to 4 years after they sign their contract. It doesn't work in college basketball.
Well, yeah, I remember Kelvin Sampson, classic. He's the number 1 team, Houston. I tell this story all the time. It's one of my favorite stories. Kelvin Sampson, I think it was the Houston Rockets. It was either the Rockets or the Spurs that he joined. And he joins the Rockets. I think I'm 90% sure it was the Rockets. And he tells a player, and I forget who, because it's been like fucking 5 or 6 years or 7 or 8 years since this story broke. He says, hey, we need you to come out and set this pick, man. You're not running our offense. You're not setting the picks. And the player tells him, fuck you. I have an incentive for rebounds. I'm not going to go set picks. And Kelvin Sampson says, then he goes, that's what I knew. You're not a coach in the NBA. You're not a coach. So he's like, I resigned. He resigns the next day and goes back to college. That's essentially, I mean, could you imagine being in that spot? I remember this happened with Vogel too, out here in LA. I remember reading an LA Times article where they're like, now this one's a little bit different because at least it's LeBron James, but he like calls a timeout because LeBron's got 5, just like 3 minutes left. He's like, all right, I'm going to sit him for 2 minutes, bring him back the final minute. LeBron's like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving the game. I'm not even going to come talk to you. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? Are you even a coach?
No.
You're supposed to be a coaching strategy. It's like, hey, it's like, well, you're just a dude on the sidelines getting paid a lot of money. You know what I mean? You're like a fucking fan. But at least you're LeBron. So, I mean, like that one I understand a little bit more. The Kelvin Sampson one, I forget. It was like a fucking bench player. And it's like, okay.
No doubt. Honestly, like full transparency, my guy that just got done coaching West Virginia, he could have been the statue and say, hey, rah, rah, kick him in the knee. But he stuck true to what he was. And yeah, they didn't win any games, but he wasn't just going to say, hey, give in and you guys do you. You do you, and maybe we'll win 15, 16 games, go to the NIT. But hey, man, I'm with Kelvin Sampson in terms of stay true to who you are. And this iso ball does not win in college basketball.
Yeah, it very rarely does. And what's up?
Another example for Colby is John Beilein just recently within the last 5 years. He made it 3 months. He basically like nicknamed a bunch of plays and sets offensively and defensively. And apparently one of them was Gorilla. And then all the NBA players took offense to it. So that was,
one of the
first thing there.
One of the first was Musselman.
Yeah,
Musselman went to the Warriors, right? He went to the Warriors before the Warriors were the Warriors. They were known as a trash ass organization. And it was funny because in this press conference, he had all this enthusiasm. He's like, we're going to be running full court press. I'm going to have all this set up. Right. And I remember me and my buddies were watching this back when I lived on the East Coast. And we're like, he doesn't realize what the fuck he just signed on for. Yeah. No one's going to fucking do this.
Pitino
like
that.
Yeah, like 3 months later, 3 months later, he resigned. They were fired, one of the two. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, Pitino did too. Anyway, folks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience. It's brought to you by, this is March Madness. Well, it's also Merch Madness. 15% off everything in the merch store with the promo code Madness. Look, you get a Pick Dundee t-shirt, go out to the bars, you go out wherever. You might be at a fucking Home Depot looking for shingles for your fucking roof. And all of a sudden, some old Rebecca comes over to you, says, I like that shirt. Let me see these shingles you're buying in that house you live in. And the next thing you know, you might be having the fondest time of your life. And this is the first time I ever used the word fond. So get on over there, get a pick. Look at all those other shirts over there. Court storming t-shirts. Those are awesome. All right. First half unders. Those are real fond t-shirts, if I may say so myself. Yeah, it's Merch Madness. Use the promo code Madness. 50% off everything in the store all fucking month. Let's go. We're also brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 different states. P2P social betting is a new and better way to bet. Bet directly against your friends or other users on sports, politics, pop culture, and other events with verifiable outcomes. Plus, they got a ton of fun social features that give it a feel of a betting social network, so to speak. Cut offers lower vig and fully customizable odds. You can create your own bets. Cut handles the payment side of things, so you never have to chase down old Ricky in the streets. You don't got to worry about that. You're good. So what are you doing, folks? Download Cut today in the App Store or over at cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. Pick whether your favorite player will have a higher or lower stat total on this week's game for a chance to win big. You can win 100 times the amount of money you enter in a single night. Pick between 2 and 5 players to build a pick 'em with each player. Your odds increase, obviously. And Cannabis Capper's been killing it. I actually been kind of hot too, but Cannabis Capper is writing these great articles, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. They don't have anything up for tomorrow right now, but
yeah, they do actually. They've just been starting to trickle them out. I have one from the new slate of player projections they've just put out. I'm going to take it to Utah State's Isaac Johnson. Going to go with the lower than 10.5 points and rebounds against San Diego State. The lower than 10.5 points and rebounds is 9-2 in Johnson's last 11 games. And in those 11 games, they played San Diego State twice. It finished lower than 10.5 in both games. So Isaac Johnson, lower than 10.5 points plus rebounds.
There we go, folks. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN, 100% deposit match. Once again, hop on over there. Shout out to Rob Donaldson.
TCE SGPN.
Oh, okay. There we go. Shout out to Rob Donaldson.
Sean's, he's hawking us, Colby, with the codes.
Yeah. I got you. Shout out to Rob Donaldson. Says cannabis is good, dude. It is. It's still illegal in some states, believe it or not.
Colby, there's a extra word in there. I don't know if you saw. Cannabis is a good dude.
Oh, that too. Both can be true at the same time. Next up, we cashed this one, but I did think they would win tonight, but they didn't win. But we still cashed. UCLA covered as they lose at the buzzer. Essentially, they miss a shot to push the game to overtime. Oregon 68, UCLA 66. Your thoughts on this one, Mag? We had a double lock here. We got it done.
We did get it done. Disappointing year for UCLA. I know it was a transition year. But I mean, if you had told us at the beginning of the year they'd have a losing season. Mick Cronin, is this his last game coach there? Is he on the move?
$20 million buyout though. Makes it a little hard.
He'll probably be back.
$20 million never stopped Louisville.
That's true, but why do that? If you're gonna do that, you can get a better coach than Mick Cronin for that much money.
He's pretty damn good, though. He's pretty damn good.
He's a good coach, but I'm saying you're buying out, and then you got to throw down money. You could hire
He's also from that area too.
I know, but I'm just saying, if to me, if you have that much money, you might be able to get, really every single coach minus Calipari. You know what I mean? If you're going to throw out that much money, I think you could get Scott Drew maybe. You know what I mean? You could get, if you're going to throw out that much money, just saying they could get, might be able to get Tommy Lloyd. They could get, it depends who you would have a lot of options, I think, more than we realize if you're talking about that much money, if you're throwing in the buyout with their contract.
I also think the expansion plays a role in this. The ACC is a big unknown.
Actually, that's why they don't buy it out, actually.
Yeah.
That's why they don't buy it out, is they don't know about their stability in a conference. They might be independent in a year. You know what I mean? Yeah, just go make a good hire. I mean, I think McCron's a good coach too, but I'm not paying $20 million.
Is that why Cronin and UCLA attempted to turn that thing around in January and February? He figured out he had a very steep buyout and couldn't go anywhere. So he was like, "Oh,
I think they also. I thought they were really young too.
Yeah, I think they lost everybody last year.
I thought it took a minute, and he did a decent job in conference play. But he's also Mick Cronin.
Dude, if Louisville's going to spend that much money, they could get Bruce Pearl.
Yeah,
if they're going to spend that much money to buy it up, but they're not going to. I think you're right. If I'm all those ACC schools, I'd be fucking very weary about spending a shit ton of money because you might not have a conference in 12 months.
We're also talking coaching, and we mentioned Cannabis Capper. DePaul made a splash. He's a Blue Demons fan.
That's a pretty good hire.
Yeah, for DePaul getting Chris Holtman, Chris Holtman.
It's a better hire than their normal hires, but I thought he failed at Ohio State greatly. I
think he'll be good.
If you get DePaul to 4 tournaments, like he's a legend.
Yeah,
yeah. But to me, the Big East is a lot harder than the Big Ten. You know what I mean?
But
Big Ten, they just put teams in because they're in the Big Ten. Oh yeah, they're the Big Ten. Hey, get them in. See what Greg Sankey said today, by the way. See that?
No,
see how I tweeted that shit?
I saw. I glanced over it. I don't even listen to him. What do you say now?
Just let me see if
I retweeted what Coach K said in the interview on the Dan Patrick show.
Oh, what did he say?
What did he say?
Coach K said tournament is perfect where it's at. Don't touch it.
It's about time he said something right.
Where the hell is this?
Ears.
Greg Sankey. So this is, I think, Ross Dellinger that did this article. But in a recent phone interview, Sankey acknowledged the tournament is one of the few things that bonds the desperate world of Division I together. Nothing remains static, he says. Can't fucking read. I think we have to think about the dynamics around Division I and the tournament. That just tells you, you have, and then he cites UCLA from 2021 where we had no fans, and Syracuse Sweet 16 because UCLA got in the first 4. Remember that? And then Syracuse got to the Sweet 16 in one of those years, 2018, I think, right? 2 play-in teams. And he says, with those teams doing that, it shows the caliber of the power conference teams on the fringe of the NCAA tournament. That just tells you that the bandwidth inside the top 50 is highly competitive. We are giving away highly competitive opportunities for automatic qualifiers from smaller leagues. And I think the pressure is going to rise as we have to have more competitive basketball leagues at the top end because of expansion. They're going to fuck this up, dude. They're going to fuck this up.
Yeah. If they do expand, I hope at least they keep the automatics, but I doubt it.
He didn't mention that VCU was one of the play-in teams that went to the Final Four. Fuck you. Fuck you, Sankey. Or there's a few examples.
George Mason was basically a play-in team. They were in at large the year that
they were in at large. I remember that. VCU won the conference that year.
Just Tony Skin punched a kid in the dick.
Always a classic move.
Back when the CAA was the CAA.
So this is where I got a little crazy. I did decide to bet Morgan State in the points. They were red hot, and Howard drilled them. Shouldn't have bet that game. Shouldn't have bet a bunch. I bet more games than I should have. But I got crazy. I started winning a bunch of money. That's what's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Howard advances. Did not bet this, and I should have because Ohio drilled Western Michigan by 30. But I did bet this one. The UTEP Miners got it done. This is double lock, right? Double lock.
The lids are done, man.
Yeah. Welcome to CUSA, buddy. It's your Falwell blood money. Jerking off in the corners of every goddamn 5-star hotel in America. Ain't gonna work in the CUSA. Yeah, nice call. And then I did bet this one, and I know we kind of you locked this last night. I stayed away, but I did end up betting this, so we kind of had a fake battle. Ohio State gets it done, 90-78. Keebler's crackers, cookies, whatever the fuck they're doing it. How about this Ohio State team, man?
So we're talking about Pitt being hot. How is Ohio State not in? If we're talking about Pitt being in, how is Ohio State not in?
What's Pitt's record? 19, 20? What is it?
I think they're both 20, but the Big Ten, I think, is better than the ACC.
This is where you lose me a little bit. I think the ACC is better than the Big Ten.
I don't. I think actually the Big Ten's better, not by much.
I don't know. I think I go ACC. I don't put
Pitt's 3 wins against Duke, North Carolina, and who's the third
Virginia.
one?
At Virginia. Yeah.
That one's not as big, but they're bigger than what Ohio State's got. They have
Purdue
Purdue and
North
Bama.
Carolina.
No, they beat Duke. They beat Duke at Duke. They beat Virginia at Virginia. They got another nice road win though. Who was that? State?
North
NC
Carolina.
State maybe or Wake?
Virginia.
I thought they had 3 really nice road wins. Virginia,
do.
Duke, or 2 of them.
NC
They got a
State.
nice NC State, I guess. I don't know. So,
Boston
really
College.
nice.
So we're talking up all these big road wins. Here, let's go.
Well,
right
NC State's at least lit, but I mean, yes, that's not a good
Louisville.
team.
Their road wins are Louisville, Duke -3 starters, Georgia Tech, NC State, Virginia, Boston College. So everybody's like they want all these big road
but
wins. It's like
Virginia and Duke are still they travel. Those road wins still travel. I know Virginia's not as good. I know we think Virginia sucks, but they still take care of home court for the most part. None of these other schools really win in Charlottesville unless you're Duke or Carolina. Not that many schools do. You know what I mean?
it's all because fucking Duke had to go load management that night. They rested 3 starters and they fucking shit the bed.
That's fair. I mean, that should be noted for sure. Like that
Nobody
should be
talked about
noted.
it.
If you're on the committee, you should definitely know that.
Oh, there's no way.
It's like Cincinnati beating Kansas. You know what I mean?
Yes, correct.
But still, I still give them credit though for winning in Cameron.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that's one of the hardest places to win in college basketball.
I agree. It's not the vintage Duke that everybody's making it out to be.
Yeah. Fair. So we bet Niagara and Marist won. Damn it. It's fucking purple Eagles.
Niagara was up fucking 15.
Yeah, I know, man.
I'm done with MAAC. I can't bet these neutrals.
Then with double lock, the buzzsaw got a little dicey. They blew a 16-point lead, and it was down to 3. And I was like, oh God, pass me the cocktail. Free throws at the end of the road, 80-71. The buzzsaw is alive and well. Hell yeah! What'd you make of this one?
Death taxes Buzz Williams going on a run in the SEC tournament. It's every year with this guy.
Yeah, and then I decided to play some stupid wagers, like say the Morgan State one. I convinced myself that Morgan State was more reliable than North Texas, winning by more than 6 against Tulane. Bad pick by me. I still picked this correctly. I took North Texas. I just didn't bet this. I was going to bet this, but I didn't. And shout out to North Texas. I like this though, because North Texas, I think, can give FAU a hell of a game.
Did you see Ron Hunter?
Yeah, hilarious.
He doesn't give a shit if he wins or loses anymore. His team sucks. His team has talent. That's what's crazy. Something's gonna come out. So there was a clear disconnect with this team because they were way better than what the fuck did they finish? They finished the year 14.
Well, they get killed in the portal every year too. Like their best player goes to a P5 every year.
True. But I mean, they should not have lost 7 in a row down the stretch. That was
agreed.
They were a team on paper that I really liked. I picked them 3rd in the American.
Well, me and Mac, like I said, even though I had some losses, I had a pretty fire fucking night, and it started with the I mean, it didn't start actually. It went up another level when the Providence Friars won outright. Yes, I took the points. Yes, I took the money line. Creighton and the Garden. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. Start your football program, Creighton, all right? You're all over this one, buddy. We were all over this one. We're fucking sharp. I don't give a shit what these pieces of shit say. They're talking shit to us every day. I love it. I love it. Your thoughts on this one?
Kim English, baby. Great win. If they win tomorrow, I think they should be in. I think they should be in if they win tomorrow.
No, I think with this they should be in my opinion.
I mean, this goes back to the whole argument. They're right there with Pitt and Kansas
Providence
State
is better than Pitt. And if they put Michigan State in over Providence, I would have a gripe too.
Well, Michigan State's a lock.
How is that possible? Providence is a better team than Michigan State. They have better wins. What is Michigan State's best wins? Somebody fucking tell them to me.
Hey, you know what, man? I'll tell you what. I think Kansas State should be in. The more and more I look at their resume, but they're not going to get in.
Noah, what is Michigan State's best wins?
They beat Baylor.
That's true. That is a good win.
That was the one that really carried their weight.
Providence has a win against Wisconsin. They got a win against Marquette when Kolek played. They have a win against Seton Hall. They have a win against Creighton. So they have multiple wins against Creighton. Fuck out of here. They got a win against St. John's. Dude, get the fuck out of here. This team's resume is better than Michigan State's. Michigan State has Baylor and what? Give me 3 other ones they have that actually pack a punch.
That's about it. Honestly, I agree with you. I think Sparty's been propped up. I mean, I think they're a name brand. Their next best win is what? I guess Illinois.
Illinois. Yeah.
Illinois is a good one.
That's good. But that's 2 wins. 2 good wins. 2 good fucking wins. Get out of here. Providence is a better fucking team than them. You watch them. The eyes don't lie. You watch Providence. You watch Michigan State. You're like, hey, Providence is much better.
I'll do you one better. Kansas State has beaten Kansas, BYU, Baylor, and they beat Villanova, who was a bubble team coming in to.
Who did K-State lose to though?
Their worst loss wasn't as bad as you think it was. It was Nebraska, Oklahoma State on the road. They lost to Miami and USC when both teams were fully healthy in the non-con.
Providence's worst loss is Xavier.
Yeah, they don't have a bad loss either.
That's what I'm saying, man. What the fuck is this? Well, who did Michigan State lose to? I guarantee they lost to some. I mean, they lost to. I guess Jamie was really good, but I mean,
they don't have a bad loss either.
No, they have to. They lost to Indiana.
They have losses to Minnesota and Indiana.
Yeah, you lost to Minnesota. I'm sorry.
So
Xavier's better than Minnesota. Yeah.
They also take into account like net rankings and the KenPom rankings. KenPom's got Michigan State at 19.
Yeah, that's why I hate all these numbers. They're all bullshit. They're all bullshit. You can't tell me. We watch basketball every fucking night. You cannot tell me Michigan State's better than Providence. I don't buy in. I don't buy in.
I don't know. I actually think
I would take Michigan State on a neutral against Providence.
Not me. There's nothing I've seen in Michigan State. I mean, I guess the Baylor game, but if anything, like I think they disappoint time and time again. If anything, Providence has overachieved ever since the injury happened. They impress me every time. Yeah, we hit there. And how about this one? I didn't bet. My only regret is I didn't bet the money line. NC State, the Pussy Pack gets it done. 74-69.
They're gonna win the tourney.
I can't believe I bet on NC State and it actually hit. Jerry says 2 weeks ago I was arguing for Minnesota. No, I was asking the question. I've never felt like Minnesota was a tournament team, but I was asking the question based on resume, because that's what I try to do here as a host. Is will they put them in? I've never felt at any point this year that Minnesota deserved in the NCAA tournament. And I think
you're asking how many wins.
Exactly. Mac and Noah know that, because after on air or after air we get done, I say, dude, they fucking suck. I don't buy into this team. There's a big difference. One is me being the fucking host, just trying to ask that question. What's that magical number for them to get in? But anyway, NC State. Dude, this is gonna be the worst. They're gonna win the ACC tournament, aren't they?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna fucking jump off a bridge when we have Pitt and NC State in the ACC title game on Saturday night. I'm not watching. I'm boycotting that game. No, I mean, dude, what's wrong with Duke? Let's they've
underachieved all year, man. They've underachieved all year.
Final Four, my ass. Way too soft. I mean, you got your fucking hero getting injured in a court storm, and then it was an knee injury, and then he's windmilling the next night, and then he's fucking tripping a guy the next night. They've been fool's gold and bullshit all year. They're going to be a round of 32 exit again, because they'll run into a team like Tennessee that'll just hit them right in the fucking mouth. Maybe there's an upset on the other side and they get to the Sweet 16, but they're not going to win any hard games against any team with any substance or any veteran leadership.
No, they'll probably put them in like fucking Charlotte.
They will.
And they'll get like a home game and they'll beat someone good.
But if they play a team with physicality, I think they'll just get punked.
I don't think they're a national championship contender at all.
No, not when your best player is fucking faking an injury after a court storming. I know we joke about that. That's a fucking red flag,
dude. But they get that Notre Dame treatment, man.
Windmill in 2 nights. What?
They get that Notre Dame treatment though, dude. They're gonna end up. It's like Notre Dame when they put them in the national championship against Bama. They didn't belong in that fucking game. If you watch Notre Dame the whole year, you're like, oh god, they're gonna put them in over and then Bama just beats the shit out of them. They're gonna get a good seed, and they'll probably go further than I think, because they'll get a great seed and great draw. I know the way this committee thinks. All right.
They'll put them against Colgate.
Yeah. They'll figure it out. All right.
It's like, God,
I know about it. The only reason why they might not is the changing landscape of college athletics, where the ACC could get fucked more and more. Pay attention to that. I like to think I'm dialed into the matrix of college athletics. Pay attention to that. All right. I'm telling you that shit. I believe you're going to see some shit with the ACC start to get, and the Big 12 start to get a little fucked over and all this shit. We bet Kansas State with the points, and on the money line we ate shit. Iowa State wins by 20 basically.
Bad play. Bad play. That was not a neutral site game like I thought it could be. That was Hilton South. I thought K-State would travel more and we would get a Farmageddon back and forth right down to the wire. I think Iowa State's going to win the tournament. It's going to be a home game the next 2 nights. And
it's true.
There's no Kansas to neutralize the crowd. I know Houston's really good, but Iowa State's, when they got the crowd and the momentum, they're fucking really good.
They are. Then I bet the Dayton Flyers. They lost outright. We might have to have a conversation about Anthony Grant. I know he got hosed during the COVID year.
Yeah.
but they're the most talented roster year in, year out in the A10, and they don't show up.
If he had a Final Four next to his name that year, would you say differently though?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I said if he went to the Final Four in 2020,
yeah,
would it be a different? That's where
I would.
It's a little iffy.
Yeah.
No,
they lost their point guard in the second game of the season this year.
That happens every year, though.
And you're going to hold that against Grant?
Well, I'm just saying that's why we need to start having a conversation. Is because like, how long can you say that? At some point, they're going to say, "Hey." I mean, their team is still the most talented team to me. Like from a roster standpoint, it's much better than Duquesne's.
And they're a projected 7 or 8 seed? You're going to talk about them? No.
I just think you should be winning A10 championship. I bet you they spend more money on basketball than any other program.
They do. They do. Don't get me wrong. This was a bad loss. They should not lose to Duquesne in the quarterfinals. But at the same time, I do agree with Noah as well that he's done a good job managing the guard injuries.
I agree. I'm just saying though, like that shit works one year, but when that shit starts to happen multiple years, they've had, I think, like 3 key players injured. It's bad luck. I don't want to see them unemployed. I'm just saying at some point you got to start. Dayton spends more. They expect championships. It's got a little Travis Ford to him. Look, Travis Ford had the same situation, guys. Yeah. He got fired. Travis Ford's had multiple guys injured for the year, for multiple years here.
Travis Ford also didn't win a regular season title within the last couple of years. He also didn't have a borderline number 1 overall seed team in 2020.
I agree with that. So. I agree with that, but I don't. I mean, they were still in the championship games. I feel like even with the injuries they had. But I'm not arguing for. I hate Travis Ford. All right, I'm just saying. To me, he had multiple years with his best player injured for a good chunk of the season. Yeah, and maybe it's just me being pissed that I bet on Dayton and they lost.
I think you overreacted a little bit, but hey, that's part of the show. That's what everybody does.
Dude, they should win the A10 every fucking year. There's no excuse. They spend more money.
Them and VCU.
They have the best home court. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I'm not calling for. I wouldn't fire him if I'm the athletic director. I'd give him more time, but I'm just saying. Once it's like the Minnesota thing. I'm asking the question. Doesn't mean that it's my opinion.
We do need to see a win or two in the tournament eventually, though, from him.
Yeah. I would take Michigan State to beat Dayton, Greg. I would. Delaware State. We were on this one. Why didn't we bet this? Delaware State wins by 13 against South Carolina State. We knew it was a bad spot. It's a bad spot.
I was hoping I was wrong, but yeah.
I jumped in on this.
We were right there.
We were right. I jumped in on this with the tops, laid the points with my tops. They never disappoint me. Got it done by 20 against New Mexico State. You jumped on this too, right?
New Mexico State's dead.
Yeah. And then St. Peter's covered the 1.5. Got it done against Ryder. Got it done by 0.5 point. So Peacocks, my future's still alive.
Fly high,
shout out to Colt who's giving us $5. Who's your top 3 favorite stand-up comedians, man? That's tough. That's tough, man. Carlin stands out to me as like probably Chappelle, Carlin. Those two stand out a lot. I don't know the third one. Norm Macdonald. That'd be my top 3. I'm Pryor deserves to be in there. I don't know. It depends what day you ask me. It's tough. It's but those would be the Mount Rushmore. Penn State, Indiana. This game was awesome.
Awesome.
Did you watch this?
Yes.
Indiana escapes.
Damn, I thought Penn State was going to pull it out.
Man. This was just a dude. He hits that 3, they win. What a game, Indiana. Is Indiana gonna go?
They got to win the tournament.
I mean, I kind of like their chances of beating Nebraska.
just remember how many losses they had in a row at that one point. So yeah, they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. I bet Cal Baptist they lost by 1,000 to Seattle.
Yeah.
It's a horrible play. I also bet Stanford. This is where I hit a tough little wall. I had Stanford against Washington State. Washington State, dude. Washington State looked great tonight. Fuck's going on here?
Off the wall.
Yeah, unbelievable. Also had Cal State Northridge. This should have hit. This game was closer than this final score, but Hawaii wins by 7. Also had Nevada. 4 straight losses. There's what I mean. I started to get a little crazy.
Colorado
Nevada,
State, baby.
This is a lock battle win for you. I'll play your music.
Dude, Colorado State and New Mexico are going to do some damage in the tourney.
Impressive. Bethune-Cookman though. I did go in on my Wildcats. This Southern Jaguar bullshit out of here. 15-point win for Bethune. Watch out. Watch out for my Wildcats. I got a future on them and Texas Southern. I got a feeling they meet in the championship game. We have fun. Cannabis Cappers got that future 30-1, right? Let's go. Dude, we need to talk about this Boston College Virginia game.
How did I lose this spread?
I've never had so much fun watching a fucking game. Okay, so I didn't even watch most of I had it on, but like I wasn't dialed in.
Oh man.
Until the second half. And there was a point in this game. Boston College kind of led the whole game.
The whole game.
But there was this point. This was a hilarious point, man. Boston College went ice cold. Virginia's defense got super fucking legit at like the 5-minute mark, right?
Yeah.
And Boston College could not score. And Virginia went down like 7 straight possessions and got fouled or missed jumpers. And they went 0 for 6 from the free throw line. So it stayed at like 50-50. Boston College could not, they were getting like shot clock violations.
Yeah.
It was a very entertaining game from that point of view. And then it looks like Virginia's going to win it. Boston College makes this like unorthodox long 2-pointer to push it to overtime at the buzzer. And then in overtime, the Wahoos magically, dude, I watched this. They have a home edge there in D.C. first off, but
I hate that fucking school. God,
dude, they are Iowa. They're Iowa football on basketball. Like I love it in a way. As much as I don't think they're any good, it's fucking hilarious to watch. The fact that they can't hit free throws is unbelievable too. Because it's like normally I feel like a Tony Bennett team will be decent at the free throw line. That's how they beat you. They were 44% from the free throw line today, 8 of 18, and they won. This was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious game. I took BC. I lost, but I highly enjoyed. Like, you gotta love sports so much. Like to me, some people don't love sports enough. Like I remember, I've argued with people in the office. They don't get it when you catch a game like that. It's hilarious and fun. Because no one could score a fucking basket. I'm talking easy layups, finger roll.
It was ridiculous.
It's fun.
I thought BC got fucked on the whistle. By the way, I mean,
is any specific call or
no? I just felt like they allowed Virginia to chuck them every single play, and then any touch foul was a foul for Virginia. It was almost like they wanted to get Virginia in the NCAA tournament.
What game was it that I was watching today? I don't think it was that one. And maybe you have a point there. I want to say
BC should have won the game. I mean, Earl Grant, he has had some bad breaks, man.
One of the USA games today. So A10. I don't remember which one. You know, I have a problem with their announcers, and then I also have a problem with the referees. The refs call these late whistles that if the guy doesn't make the shot, it's a foul. And these fucking announcers are on board with it. I don't remember if it was maybe it was the first A10 game, the St. Joe's game, but the announcer's sitting there saying, "Well, that's what you got to do when you call basketball." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like a foul is a foul." I hate to wait to see the result. That's what makes me think it's getting David Stern.
Dude, the Big 12 is as bad as any league right now. The flagrant ones in the Big 12 so far, these first couple nights have been so ridiculous.
Yeah, there was a horrible one in the WCC the other night too. Yeah.
What? And then they go to the monitor, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you looking at, you dumb fuck? That's not play on." And you know what? Credit to Chris Spatola, Coach K's nephew. I can't stand the Duke private school pussies, but he's really on the right side. I mean, he's going off about this shit. He's like, "Dude, we think that people are just going to watch this game while we're going to the replay every fucking 5 minutes. People have lives to do. You're forgetting about the fan that is watching the game. Nobody wants to watch a game and go to a fucking replay every 5 fucking minutes to review fucking if Johnny fouled Billy too hard and maybe he fucking bent his fingernail back too hard. I mean, what the fuck are we doing?"
But this is also a result of what I talked about a few nights ago. If the announcers don't fight back with it, they're kind of like your voice for the fan.
Work, man. For sure, fucking.
Well, all of them suck. The ones I don't even know who the fuck was doing the A10 today. Like I said, to sit there and endorse that
Conference USA. Channel USA.
Yeah, to endorse that they should wait to see if the bucket goes in before calling the fouls. The fuck are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Why is everyone such a fucking coward? No one just, it's okay to question why the fuck is that whistle that late? Are we that scared of our fucking jobs? What are we doing here? Cincinnati loses to Baylor.
They ran out of gas, man.
I had Cincy in the points too. I bet this ate shit. I did not bet Georgia, Florida, but I did pick it incorrectly because I laid the 6.5 with Florida. This game was fun. It's a fun game.
I finally bet Georgia in a Mike White game against Florida, and they won. So
there you go. For a second, I thought they might steal this. Nice for Golden.
I was hoping, man. I was hoping he would beat Florida. I mean, he's the 0-5 now.
I was too. But yeah, I mean, yeah, announcers suck. That's what I'm saying. It. That's what I'm saying. But it wasn't always like that. Before, I felt like they were more relatable. I feel like you'd be sitting there saying like, okay, I could see like now you're just like, God, I hate this fucking guy.
Well, they
have some guts.
They lecture
have some fucking guts. Speak your fucking. You just can't be on the. You can't think freely. No. It's like, oh, everyone else reacts like this, so I gotta have an opinion like this. I refuse to believe that everyone truly has that opinion because it just defies logic. If there's that many, there's 362 fucking college basketball games or teams. So it's like, there's no way that all of these announcers would think the same way. I refuse to believe that. And they're doing that to me because they're like, I don't want to be known as the person that could say that. That might cost me my job. If I had to guess, you know what I mean? I don't truly know what it is, but I think that's what it is. And there's no one with any balls to say, no, what is that? What the fuck is that we're calling? Anyway, did hit on New Mexico Lobos. I wasn't going to bet this until I made a bunch of money and I said, let's ride with the Lobos.
They're in.
Did you bet this?
Oh yeah. This is one of my favorite plays of the day. New Mexico. They're in.
Yeah.
Punch him in. Pitino's in. The other Pitino's in.
And yeah, Bill Walton. Bill Walton's the only guy because he's a brand. Like he's your like John Madden. I mean, but Bill Walton is definitely like all over the fucking place. I can dig it, but he's definitely. Sometimes I'm like, are you even watching the game? You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm like, what is he even talking about here? But I think he's entertaining. But I would like to see the ones that actually focus on the game.
Yeah.
Have some fucking courage and question what you don't agree with. Question. Just doesn't happen much. I bet Riverside. They lost to Long Beach State. Did you bet Riverside?
Yeah, they fucking ate shit.
Yeah. But I did close out the night strong because lock battle win for the Colorado Buffaloes getting it done against the Utah Utes. Dude, Eddie Lampkin.
Dude, look like TCU Lampkin.
That's what I'm saying. Is Colorado in with that win?
Yeah, they're in. They're in. They've won, 7 in a row. They deserve to be in. Utah is one of the more underachieving teams this year, in my opinion. That was not a good job by Craig Smith, in my opinion, with all those seniors.
I agree. And then we both double locked UT Arlington. This is the best spot all night. After Stephen F. Austin wins on a buzzer beater against their arch rivals, you just knew Arlington was going to fuck them up. Let's go. All in all, I had a fucking great night. Probably should have not bet the extra 10 games because I think I went like 4-6 in those 10 games or 3-7. But yeah, what'd you make of UTA? They're hot, man. They're playing hot.
Fucked them up. They fucked them up right from the get-go.
I know we're only an hour and a half into the game or into the show. I can't talk. But now we pick game balls. Where are you going? Top game ball.
I'm going to go to the older Pitino, and everybody called him out, said he was out of times. We called him out a little bit. I thought he was bullshit with his press conference that day, but he pushed the right buttons. The Johnnies are dancing. Shout out to St. John, 6-game win streak since they last lost the season all. Now they got UConn Friday night at the Garden.
I like it. Give me the Bonnies.
Yeah,
I ain't shit, but hey, man, I'll give them credit on this.
They don't quit.
Well, and they were poised.
Yeah.
They're not phased by the shot clock running around. They're still going to pass the ball, find the open guy. That means you're well coached. You don't see that on a lot of teams. You see them panic when the ball is going down. The clock's going down. You're just passing the ball around. Schmidt's got them winning games they shouldn't win. 2 in a row in a way. Shout out to the Bonnies. Where are you going with your second game ball?
Another guy that's well coached, Rob Senderoff at Kent State. They pull off the 1-8 upset in the MAAC, and it's just another year where the Golden Flashes are going to overachieve, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But watch out for the Golden Flash, baby. Kent State, big win over the 1 seed Toledo.
Yeah, I like it. My second game ball, I'm going to go to the Providence Friars. Yes, they're better than Michigan State. And also, they lost their best player.
Yeah.
I was a skeptic of the Kim English hire. I'll be the first to tell you that. I think on this show, you can go back in the summer and I don't know. Seems like he should have been at Mason a little longer. Proved to me that he was a good coach. He's making me look like a fool. Rightfully so. Shout out to Kim English. Great fucking win there. And I think they should be in with ease, in my opinion, after today's win. But we'll see. Where's your next game ball, man?
Well, I started off with the old Pitino, but let's go to the son Pitino. Richard Pitino's lost some hard games, but tonight was big. They almost won at Utah State. They were in the game at Boise. Now they get Boise at the conference tournament. They get this one. They should be in. New Mexico going dancing. And honestly, this is a game ball for the Mountain West, the third best basketball league in America. Mountain West game ball, New Mexico Lobos game ball, 6-bid league. Let's go.
Let's go. You ready for this one? They could never come at me for this one. Pussy Pack.
Oh,
game ball.
Yeah.
Game ball. Now you're thinking, wait, Dundee, you hate them. I do. But you beat Duke and they have the head of the Pussy Pack, Kyle Filipowski. You beat them and you beat them all game. You're the better team today and your chance to make the tournament still alive. And here's my spin. Give Kevin Keats another 10 years.
Oh yeah.
Give him that extension. Give him that extension. He just beat Duke. Give him that extension and put ECU on the schedule, you pussies. All right. But game ball to the NC State Pussy Pack. Let's go. Oh my God. Let's talk about this. YouTube.com/the college experience. Oh, that's it. Oh man. Look at him over there. Play by play. We got Beanick asleep. He's asleep there, doing a little cough. As he, as you can see, he thinks we're a very entertaining show. Can we jump back to that? Let's jump back to that. Yeah. So anyway, Kim English is a great coach, and Noah was spot on with Kim English being a great coach, and oh boy, it's tough. This is when I get fired. I think is when the own producer falls asleep. Yeah. I don't think I'm doing my job very well. Either that or he's doing he's maybe on a little bit of a bender. Didn't sleep last night. I don't know. We didn't see him last night. But yeah. Anyway, shout out to Beanick. Where the fuck am I at here? Yeah, I gave my final game ball. All right, folks. I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Manscaped. We top of the morning to you. You're probably all fucking asleep anyway. This episode's brought to you by St. Patrick's Day Shavers. Manscaped this year. Don't just chase rainbows. Make your own pot of gold and groom your little leprechaun with the leaders of below the kilt care. Say goodbye to your Clover Forest Lawnmowers 5.0 Ultra and let your confidence shine bright. Embrace the luck of the Irish and join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com. Use that promo code SGPN for 20% off plus free shipping. Look, ever since I've Manscaped, I can proudly say I found my pot of gold at the end of the old rainbow there. So what are you doing? Look, the trimmer comes with 2 interchangeable blades, next gen skin safe blade heads, one for the classic trim and another one for a foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. These things have fucking LED spotlights. All right. Yeah. Unbelievable. You get up in a helicopter, you shine this shit. They're going to think you're fucking the police, Johnny Law. All right. Navigate your Shamrock patch in peace though. Worried you'll make a mess? Fear not. This thing is waterproof. Yeah. Water. You want to hit the hot tub with a couple gals? Make sure you bring your Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. All right. Get 20% off and free shipping with the promo code SGPN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping. The promo code SGPN at manscaped.com. This St. Patrick's Day. Make sure your little hairy leprechaun's luckier than ever with Manscaped. We're also brought to you by Champs. Champs is hosting a free March Madness bracket contest for a chance to win $1,000. Plus, if you host your own March Madness pool on Champs, you'll get an extra free entry into the bracket contest. Tiebreakers are determined by who enters first. So make sure to register now. Don't miss out. Head to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NBA season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NBA and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month. Start researching. Start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. Mike Mike is saying, has anyone ever overdosed on watching basketball? I think I've been close. Yeah. But I was thinking about that stand-up question. One of my favorite things I ever saw was Norm Macdonald. I think it was at the Hollywood Improv, if memory serves me correct. He was doing a special. He had signed up to do a special there, I guess. And in the first 10 minutes, someone didn't like his joke. So he heckles the guy, and then he talked about that, him not liking the joke. So he dives into it. He didn't really like heckle him like most people heckle him. He just went into, I'm sorry, it wasn't just one person, the whole room. His opening joke didn't go over, but it was hilarious. But then he sat there for 1 hour, which is he's paying people to record his special. And he went into that. He went into them not liking that joke. So he stayed there and going into the subject matter that they hated for 1 hour. and it bombed awful. But every fucking comic I thought in the joint was like, this is the greatest fucking thing I ever seen, because he just didn't give a fuck. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, and he did it very good. So Norm, shout out to Norm, rest in peace. Game 1.
Hey, real quick. There's 36 games tomorrow. There's 23 on Saturday. There's 5 on Sunday. So enjoy them while we have them, everybody.
Let's go.
That's crazy. Go. I mean, that's only what? 36?
I know, man.
I mean, it's what, 64 games left?
Yeah. Yeah.
You blink and it's gone.
It's horrible. It's horrible. In a way, it's horrible. Like, I'm glad to have it here, but it's horrible in a way. Michigan State. I just talked a bunch of shit about them. They're getting 6.5 against Purdue. Give me Michigan State plus Purdue. Lock it up. Welcome to the college basketball experience. The logic is this. I don't know what the fuck Purdue's really playing for. Michigan State's playing for, they have a reason to play right now. They kept it within 7, I think, the other day. So, yeah, I think Michigan State sucks. Lock them up to beat the best team in the nation. Or they're not. Purdue's not the best team, but it fits the joke. Double lock, right?
Oh, absolutely. I said it last night. I said, if they play Purdue, I'm locking Michigan State because, like you said, Purdue, they're a 1 seed. Yeah, they're playing for the number 1 overall, but who cares if you're the number 1 overall? You're either going – these teams geographically already know where they're going. Sparty is going to be in this game. Sparty has a chance to win it. Izzo time. Let's go. They got the Minnesota game out of the way.
Let's go. Yeah, it is 6.5, Greg. Greg, you got your email, all right, buddy? UTEP, Sam Houston State, the old Texas showdown. You have a line on this? I couldn't find this. It's probably because UTEP won not that long ago, right?
I think it's 3.
Why do I feel like UTEP has the power to fuck up this whole season for Sam Houston State? I almost feel like Sam Houston would have been better. I'm still taking Sam Houston, but I feel like they would have been better off with Liberty. What happened? They beat UTEP by 11 in El Paso. That was the game the coach was all painted up, right? And then they won by 4. Telling you, man, it's a sneaky game.
UTEP outright.
It's a sneaky fucking game, man. Yeah, I'm not betting this. I'll take. You know what? Give me the points for UTEP.
Dude,
give me the points for UTEP.
This is Richmond and St. Joe's all over again. Give me UTEP. Lock it up.
I think you're right, actually. I mean, I was just going to take the points, but I think you're right. Let's lock it up.
Yeah.
UTEP, I'm all over the fucking place. Let's
Golden's
go.
Golden's got it going. Pink.
Yes. Let's go. Well, if you want free cash tomorrow, there's a situation going on in Texas. Let's stay in Texas. Well, Dickies Arena. It's going to be the home for a classic story of an underdog coming in. Plus 240 on the money line. Sound enticing? Some people might have laughed today. We had some dogs. I remember people in the chat saying, how the fuck did you take Kent State? How'd that work out? How the fuck you guys going to take Providence? How'd that work out? Well, Mike Schwartz built this team for conference tournament weeks.
Double lock.
And this is conference tournament week. So,
and may the Schwartz be with you. What a world.
ECU plus the points and the money line. This Tampa bullshit out of here. Let's go. Double lock. Just easy.
I think
money.
ECU is going to blow them out.
I
think they're going to. I think they're going to put it on them here. I think this is South Florida. They great regular season. They lost their finale. I think ECU puts it on them here. Let's go. Lock it up, baby.
You know why East Carolina is going to win?
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. You don't coach at East Carolina. You don't come to East Carolina. You don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
Let's go. Fucking go.
ECU minus 7.5.
Let's go. Yeah. Alt line that thing. Let's go. Mississippi State's getting 10 in Nashville. Mississippi State beat Tennessee the first time. You can talk me into locking up Tennessee minus 10.
I thought about it. I don't like locking up these 1 seeds though. You know?
Yeah.
The first game. I
just feel like this is an away game for Mississippi State.
I agree. It's just the first game. I do lean Tennessee, and Mississippi State sucks scoring the basketball, but you know, maybe they fucking keep this thing close and lose by 7-8.
Yeah. Go up says, listen to these drunks and lose your money. Not tonight, motherfucker. Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow.
He probably
maybe the next day.
He probably had his nice, pretty Toledo, and he probably had a Toledo and Richmond parlay.
Picked the wrong night to say that. Whoop. All right.
Toledo Richmond money
your
line
ass
parlay.
out of here. You're uninformed once again with all your bullshit. Go back to your fucking job at Target. Clean up aisle 9, Guap. Clean up aisle 9. This fucking guy coming in here. I'm fucking killing it over here. Who'd you have today, buddy? What were your nice plays today?
I already told you the mega play. He
Yeah.
started off strong with the nice Toledo, Richmond, both money line 1 seed parlays. Out.
Yeah.
Not only did you miss the parlay, well, you missed both legs.
Guap, next time come in on a losing night and I'll just shut the fuck up and say yes. But we had an amazing night. So take your bullshit out of here. No one's falling for it. Guap. Go back to your I know you're on break right now at Target. All right. Go back early, 5 minutes early. You might improve your fucking life. All right. Clean up that fucking aisle. Do it better than last time because you're still working that shit ass job. Clearly something's not working. No one's promoting you. You're a fucking complete failure to your goddamn name. All right. Guap.
Best of luck.
Yeah. See you tomorrow when I have another winning night. Come in tomorrow. All right. If I have a losing night, I'll shut the fuck up.
Probably not, but
yeah. I'm taking Tennessee minus 10. No lock, but I might bet this. Wisconsin's laying 3.5 against Northwestern.
No. I mean,
The Staples.
Phoenix.
Whoa. Hey, did you get a little cup of coffee in you?
What's going on, guys?
Hi. Caught you thinking about some numbers. Were you dreaming about Wisconsin Northwestern?
Yeah, I'm going to lock up the Wildcats here. Wisconsin just blew a load here today against Maryland. Northwestern, number 1 3-point shooting team in the Big Ten. Wisconsin's second worst 3-point defense.
Lock! Fellas, lock it up! Northwestern!
I like it.
He's our Ben Stein. Or like Putty. He's like Putty in fucking Seinfeld. Just coming in over the top energy.
I agree.
What are you doing here?
I agree with Noah though. He cracks me up because what are you dreaming about?
What?
Who you guys?
What are you doing? This is a lock. You're very funny, but Wisconsin blew a load tonight, and Northwestern's going to dominate tomorrow. I'm out of here.
I agree with Noah though. Give me Northwestern. Lock it up. Northwestern, baby. Everybody's gonna.
I'm not locking this one.
Staples
on Staples. Staples on Staples. I can't do it. But I'll play your music. Double lock. MAAC. Beat it. Let's go. We got 100 miles of hate going on. Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky. Do we got a line on this yet? These teams, I love this rivalry.
How about they're in the Final Four somehow? These
hilarious.
These two teams have sucked this year.
I mean, Western Kentucky's been decent, but the Blue Raiders have been a disaster What is this? Do we have a number on this?
It is middle. Where is it?
I don't think it's out yet.
How's it not out yet? They both had off days.
No. Tops won. I bet on the Tops.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The top,
yeah.
Tops just won, but middle won last night.
Yeah. Rob's
West
got
playing 5.
That's a lock. I will lay the 5.5 with the Tops. I know it's a rivalry game, but I just don't think Middle Tennessee is that good away from Murfreesboro. Let's go. Let's go Tops. What are you doing here?
So they did split the season series. Middle won the recent one. I'm gonna take Middle. I'm believing in Middle. I think they got the magic. I think they're gonna find a way to fucking get this done. And we got a rivalry. We got a rival. We got a rivalry. Give me the Blue Raiders, man. They got the off day. They're gonna get the adjustments right.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
There's a battle. You're locking this, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a lock.
Middle, baby. Middle's gonna win the league.
Now we got a problem.
Let's fucking go. 100 miles of hate going on in the CUSA. Dundee riding with the Tops. MAAC riding with the Blue Raiders. Well, I need another line. Bethune, Cookman, and Grambling. You have that one? Because I think you know what I'm doing. I think you know what I'm doing.
Southern is laying 5.
No, not Southern. Grambling.
Oh shit!
Bethune, Cookman, Grambling. Southern. What are you talking about? Southern's good. They're homeless. They're going home. Grambling minus 2.5.
No
says Rob. Where are you getting these, Rob?
They're not up on VEASAN, so fuck.
You got Grambling minus 5. Grambling minus 2.5. What's happening here? No one knows this line, but I'm taking Bethune Cookman. How about that? Check the picks page, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. You'll have.
We should take
Bethune. Yes. You know damn well. Got my future. Let's take these Wildcats. Reggie Theus. South Carolina's getting 7.5 against Auburn. Lock. Money line is live. You don't just beat a team by 40. All right. And now it's in Nashville. South Carolina's got too many veterans. I know they haven't been at Carolina that whole run, but they got too many veterans and a 40-point beatdown. You remember that shit all over this one, man. What are you doing here?
Battle. Give me Auburn. Auburn's gonna blow them out again. It's a bad matchup for South Carolina. They do bad against
trash.
They do bad against Auburn. They do bad against Alabama because they're up tempo teams.
The jungle. The jungle was the difference.
Not
in Columbia. We got a battle. Dundee, the Cox, MAAC, the Tigers. Let's go. Money line is live in that. Play that fucking money line. Wichita State's getting 4.5 against UAB, and I'm going to keep these locks rolling because I think Andy Kennedy. I know the Kennedys don't have the best track record in Dallas, but revenge is on the mind. The Kennedys are coming in there winning. They're winning this time. UAB minus 4.5. Wichita's partying from them beating Memphis. What are you doing here?
I think we have another battle, man.
Let's go.
I like the way this Wichita team's playing. Give me Wichita to beat UAB and get to the semifinals. Wichita, lock it up.
We got a battle. Dundee riding the Blazers. MAAC taking out Shockers. Bowling Green is catching 1.5 against Kent State. No lock, but give me Bowling Green plus 1.5. A little surprised that the line is in Kent's favor, but I guess with the home edge, they're a lot closer. Give me Bowling Green to get this done, though. Kent just won a rivalry game. You know what I mean? I
sided to Bowling Green too.
Yeah, no lock though. The Wacky Mac is here. St. John's catching 9.5 against UConn. Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
Double lock on the Johnnies. Sprinkle that money line. Sprinkle that money line. Pitino don't lose 3 times to the same fucking coach. All right? Wear that white suit, Rick. That white suit. Gonna have Danny Hurley will crumble seeing that white suit. You know?
St. John's outright. Yeah. St. John's wins.
I think you're right.
St. John's going to win the game tomorrow. Let's go. Johnny's lock it up. Slick Rick Friday night. Fucking happy hour in New York City.
Let's go. Fucking go. The diners are going to be packed all around the garden. Howard is taking on Norfolk State. Howard is catching 2. They just played recently in Norfolk. Whooped their ass, right?
Yes.
Give me Howard +2.
I like Howard +2. That's a fringe lock.
Yeah, I feel like that might be the play there. Let's bet this. I want a bunch of money tonight. Let's bet this. The Bison of Howard. Money line. I guess you take the 2. They do play a lot of close games there. Actually, maybe take the 2. Just cover your ass. Ohio State, Illinois. Illinois is laying 4.5. Give me Ohio State +4.5. I have a future on both.
Yeah, I like the Buckeyes again, man.
Yeah, give me the Buckeyes. No lock. St. Peter's, Quinnipiac.
Fringe lock for me.
The Aqueduct is. Do you see a line on this? All these games are hiding from me, man. Fucking hiding from me.
No, I don't see Quinnipiac. Anybody got Quinnipiac? Hey, you can play the music. I'm locking up Ohio State. They're going to beat Illinois tomorrow. They're going to play their way on the right side of the bubble. Buckeyes.
Moneyline Max locking up the Buckeyes. Quinnipiac's laying 1.5 on FanDuel, says Rob. We should bet St. Peter's.
I thought about it. I'm going to stay away. I like the Peacocks here. I think they're going to win, though.
I think St. Peter's going to win, too. I might bet this. I might be betting this one. I might fly solo on this one with the Peacocks. I'm taking the Peacocks. Pittsburgh's getting 7.5 against North Carolina.
Winning, you're in. Winning, you're in, baby.
Take this. I got to take the 7.5. I just feel like every angle, they're the team that needs the game. North Carolina doesn't need to. Give me the 7.5. No lock. What are you doing here?
Lock, North Carolina. They're playing for a 1 seed. They're in between a 2 and 1.
I think it's worth sprinkling. If you're going to take Pitt, sprinkle the money line.
Crashing down, national spotlight, Carolina blowout by 20. Let's go. Let's go, Tar Heels.
Lock it up, the Tar Heels.
This shit out of here.
Texas Tech's catching 8.5 against Houston and Kansas City. I mean, I feel pretty damn good about Houston here.
Ooh, I like Tech.
Now, let's battle.
Let's go. Give me Tech, man.
Let's go.
Give me Tech.
You know who Houston's going to lose to Iowa State.
That's are,
but they lose to.
Tomorrow's going to be a hard game for them because all the Iowa State fans are there. They're going to be cheering against Houston. It's going to be a road game for Houston tomorrow.
Let's do a little battle. Dundee with the Houston Cougars.
Red Raiders.
MAAC with the Red Raiders. Texas A&M, Kentucky are doing battle. Kentucky's laying 4. I'm locking up Texas A&M +4. Sprinkle that money line. You might even want to wait to bet on this. I think it's going to be like 5 or 6 tomorrow. Wait to bet on this. What are you doing here?
Texas A&M outright. Kentucky one and done in the SEC again. Let's go. Buzzsaw.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Deutscher says the book is taking all y'all's money. It's going to be hard to do that tomorrow when we got 7 fucking lock battles. Because somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to win those battles. North Texas is taking on Florida Atlantic. Got a line on this one?
I think it was 4.5. I want to say North Texas. I don't have one. Does anybody got North Texas FAU?
I can tell you this:
4.5. 4.5.
Yeah, give me North Texas plus 4.5. It's a home game for them.
Yeah, dude, they're a fringe lock.
Yeah, I think money line is live.
FAU just beat them a couple last week, and North Texas is good, man.
You can get 5.5 on PointsBet. 5.5 on North Texas.
Give me North Texas.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bet North Texas.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's right. Ohio is taking on Akron. Don't have this line either. What the fuck are these lines?
So fitting that this is the fucking semifinal.
Wait, I saw this line earlier. I saw this fucking line earlier. You don't have this? I saw this earlier.
3.5 earlier.
Yeah.
Akron minus 3.5 earlier.
I'll take Ohio. I think Ohio's the hotter team. Akron did not look great today. I watched that game. I know they're the veteran team here, and they might have the home crowd. I just think they haven't looked good the past 3 or 4 games. So I'll take Ohio. What are you doing here?
Boy, this is a fucking hell of a game.
This game's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is such a great game to fucking. You got John Gross against his former team. I think I'm going to take Akron. No, I'm going to take Ohio. I'm with you. It's back and forth, 1 possession game. So give me the points.
I mean, they pulled away from Miami, Ohio really late today.
Give me the points. The points.
Oregon's getting 11 last I saw. Yeah, 11. Flat 11 against Arizona. I'm locking up the Ducks plus 11. They got drilled. This is the same logic as South Carolina to me. Give me the 11. They stay within that number. What are you doing here?
I'm with you. Also, Arizona played. They had this one circled today. They wanted to beat the fuck out of USC.
A little bit of a
They got the title game tomorrow. Oregon, sleepy spot, 1 possession game, maybe 5-6. Oregon, lock it up.
Let's go. Providence Marquette. By the way, did we forget to talk about Villanova Marquette? I think we did. How the fuck did I miss that game?
How the fuck did Villanova?
So Nova's not in, right? There's no way. I mean, they got it to overtime.
They're out. They're fucking.
How the fuck did I forget to talk about that game? Great win by Marquette. Great play design on the buzzer beater that didn't even count. Shaka Smart. Great fucking play design. Yeah, Providence Marquette. What's this line?
Whatever it is, I'm taking Providence.
Me too, but I don't see it. Why are the 2 sites I'm using not having anything up right now? Let me try a different one. Hang on.
Odds Trader. Marquette's laying. Wait, what? Marquette's laying 6 or 5.5. 6.5.
Lock. Give me Providence plus the points. Take it on the money line again. Just take it on the money line.
And they had the rest advantage. Marquette went to overtime. Give me
crowd advantage too. Yeah.
Home game. Let's go.
Let's go. The Friars. Let's go. Yeah. Unbelievable. Delaware State is taking on North Carolina Central. I love how I go to a different website that has more games, and then I can't find this one. Wait. I might have it. I got it. Central's laying 4. We should lock Central.
Yeah, I mean it's Lavelle Moden season. It is a semis, so that is a little bit of a look ahead spot in my opinion because they are the favorite. But yeah, I mean I'll trust Lavelle Moden here. Delaware State off the upset victory. Let's go.
Let's go.
Central.
Come fly with the Eagles. Lay the 4 with Central. Marist, Fairfield in a duel to the death.
Here we go.
Fairfield's laying 5. I'm laying the 5 with Fairfield. Let's go. What are you doing here? Battle? We got a little battle?
No, I don't have a bet here. I lead Marist. I mean, I think it's a 1 possession game.
Yeah. Seattle, Grand Canyon. Shout out to Isaac who said he had to do 15 lines just to make it through the show. That's what I'm talking about. Seattle and Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is laying 3. I will lay the 3 with Grand Canyon.
I will too. I mean, they got the double bye, the rigged fucking bracket. Yeah, give me the 1 seed.
By the way, Fairfield is -3.5 on FanDuel. I will jump all over that as soon as I get done with this fucking episode. So hop on over there, grab that, and yeah, I think Grand Canyon. I'm probably gonna bet Grand Canyon too, because remember they lost to Seattle last time they played.
Yeah.
Actually, I will bet Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon -3. I know it's gonna be chalky, but I just think it's the right play. It's the right play. Indiana, Nebraska. You see this line? Am I fucking up with this one too? Can't find shit tonight.
Indiana, Nebraska, 3.5.
Give me the Hoosiers. No lock. I'm kind of. Give me the Hoosiers plus 3.5. What are you doing here?
I'm on Nebraska. Indiana's won what, 5 in a row now? When does it come crashing down?
In the NCAA tournament.
Actually, maybe I don't know. Maybe Indiana.
It's a hard
wins.
game.
It's a hard game. I have no feel.
Long Beach State's taking on UC Irvine. Rivalry game. Irvine. Wait, didn't I just see this line? Irvine's laying 5.5.
Ooh.
Give me Long Beach State on the farewell
Long
tour.
Beach too, yeah. Long Beach,
on the farewell tour. They look good tonight.
They're best friends too.
They look, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, lock it up, Long Beach.
Take the dirt bags of Long Beach State plus the points. Alabama A&M is taking on Texas Southern. This game is Southern's laying 5. I will lay the 5. What are you doing here?
I'll lay the 5 too.
Next up, we go to the likes of San Diego State, Utah State. San Diego State's laying 3.5. I will lock up San Diego State -3.5.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
This is a fun rivalry that's came out of nowhere in the past decade. I really enjoy watching these games.
Yeah, San Diego State's going to get it done. They're the best team in this league.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, it's flat three, so it's come down 0.5 point.
Yeah.
Temple, Charlotte. Charlotte's laying 6.5. We got to take Temple. We got to take Temple.
I'm with you. Lock it up, Temple.
Yeah,
I think they
the Owls are
league.
flying high. Temple plus the points against the Clits. Baylor, Iowa State. Iowa State's laying 1. Give me the Clones. Lock. Yeah.
Lock. Home game. It's a home game.
Iowa State -1. The Pussy Pack taking on the Wahoos. What could go wrong? What's this line? I swear I saw this. Oh, 4.5. Virginia's laying 4.5. Give me Virginia minus 4.5. One thing I know about the Pussy Pack: when they beat a big opponent, they never show up the next time. That Virginia crowd behind them, all the difference.
Battle. There's going to be a North Carolina crowd when they beat the fuck out of Pitt, and they're rooting for NC State to get into the final.
Dude, that place had a shit ton of Virginia fans today.
There was a good load of NC State, though, at the end of their game against Duke.
We'll see, buddy.
NC State, man.
We'll see you out there. Pussy
NC
Pack.
State, North Carolina final.
Max touching the Pussy Pack. I'm touching the Wahoos. Ugh. Filthy. Florida, Alabama, part 3. The Tide are 3-point favorites. No, I'll take Florida. Give me Florida. What are you doing here?
Yeah, the only thing that concerns me is they just drilled them. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, give me Florida. Probably will bet it by the end.
The Colorado Buffaloes are taking on Washington State. Colorado's laying 2.5. Surprised at this line. Were you?
Yeah, but I think it's telling you what's going to happen. I think Colorado is starting to see the fucking light at the end of the tunnel. They're peaking at the right time. Buffs all day. Let's go. Lock it up.
100%. And I just want to tell the people that double lock on Colorado. Yes. Next up, hang on 1 second here. Next up, we go to the likes of Hawaii and UC Davis. UC Davis is laying 2.5. Man, why couldn't Northridge win?
Yeah.
I think Davis is going to win. I'll lay the 2.5.
I like Hawaii.
I hope you're right. I would love to see Hawaii win this tournament.
Yeah, I think Hawaii's going to win.
Yeah. There's a 1.5 on FanDuel, says Rob. Rob's the fucking man for helping us out with this. Yeah. I don't know. There might be something to get in the game out early. I can't wait to watch this game. UT Arlington, Tarleton State tomorrow. This game's awesome. Arlington's laying 2.
Arlington lock.
I'm laying the 2 with Arlington. This is a great game, dude. Colorado State, New Mexico. New Mexico's laying 3. Give me New Mexico. No lock.
Yeah. What a fucking what a semifinal game. I think I lean to New Mexico. I think I lean to Colorado State actually right now. I'm going to look more into this. Yeah.
Top play of the night.
Oh God.
It's too many fucking games, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm betting.
John's.
I know you said there's 36 games. I'm betting like 30 of the 36.
Yeah. The Johnnies. It's like great.
I mean, I like the Iowa State angle.
Yeah. Iowa State and Slick Rick. The home teams. There will be a lot of UConn fans, though.
And sprinkle. I don't know. There's a lot that I like. I'll say those 2. Let's just go with those 2. And the Buffs. Let's take the Buffs. All right, folks. Give Noah Beanick a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. I'm only fucking with the guy. All right. It's just, it's fun. It's fun. He fell asleep. We got to make fun of him. Mac is on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Follow. And also check out Noah. Noah just did a College Baseball Experience episode. Look, I know it's March Madness, but there's money to be made in them there fields. baseball fields. Let's get on over there, make some cash. Check out the college baseball experience. Also, check out the Big 12 experience with Mac. It's the Big 12. They're talking about all that good shit. And the Ryan and Rush show. Check that out as well. Check out the college football experience. Just dropped a AAC 2024 schedule breakdown. The schedule came out like 2 weeks ago. And the FCS college football experience. Also tomorrow, I will be on VSiN in Las Vegas there. Sports Gambling Podcast show, 6 p.m. Pacific on VSiN. Check it out. Also, we will be live tomorrow. Me and CJ Sullivan talking college basketball with the Weekend Bombs at 2 p.m. Pacific. And don't forget, as far as I know, the UFL. Yes, the UFL. Not the USFL, the UFL. They merged for some stupid reason. They still have 8 teams, which is really has me like.
Well, I don't get the brain man cold, but
we're dropping an episode tomorrow. Yes, and I'm hosting it. The UFL Gambling Podcast. Subscribe. It's coming out. So until next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours, and we out of here.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
It's got me thinking about the good shit the minute that I seen you grill again. It made me good trip, good dog the mind back like dog but wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit the can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for who? Just get it straight cause you caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Yeah, sing it.